Economic illusion. See, I was always in the impression from my earlier studies of economics that there was something wrong with your macroeconomics, that it didn't work, that you want fine-tuned. But see, when you recreate your economic model, you'll find out you can create a much better monetary illusion with a single global money. And if you back that up by a plan for peace on earth, you've got a real winner there. And see, that real winner, how do you explain to people when they get to this point in history when all of a sudden there's a new game in the world? A new world order? How do you explain to other people why the world needs to turn upside down because it's wrong side up? Then you just got to get, it's a biblical event. See, I can explain it to, okay, so the people that don't understand biblical, let's put you aside for now. What you prove, if you prove there is a better way for all people to come together, you prove intelligent design. Now, for most of you guys, you probably know the design is your God. Hindus, you know what a Godhead is, and there's a lot to learn there. I'm not even looking at the Bhagavad Gita. But if I had to define myself in your book, I'm Brahma. But then, you see, there's the first God of one God, the God of Adam, and oh gosh, if your person accepts Adam like you Muslims and Christians, then you must accept that we're all Jews back to Adam. Now, that's part of my plan to explain your future and your history, because when we connect them together, we say, oh my gosh, oh, and is it interesting that the Mayan clocks run out in 2012 and the Hindu clocks run out in 2012? Now, your worst case believers, your bad news bears, which you have many, many of, that's all you know is bad news, because you don't even know my good news. But that's part of the point. The point is, what are we talking about? Well, the point is, they're all Jews. And that's why the Jews were given the money and good company to laugh us into the future, because it's gonna be really funny. My plan is to get iPhones so good that you guys on heroin and meth aren't gonna want to take heroin and meth. Maybe it'll slip you right down to a beer too, or maybe a joint. What if we could get the druggies down the levels, back to the natural stuff, get rid of the cocaine and go to coca leaves and climb the Andes? I don't know. Take your black markets and shrink them into grey before turning solid into white. So what is that all about? That's part of the biblical event, but see, at a biblical event, and that's part of the story, because the only way I can pay for all this is to deliver your justice and peace on earth. If I could deliver your justice and peace on earth, then we've met Isaiah 2.4, and if I could prove you're freaking Jews, I can be the king of Jews, because that makes me a freaking Jew. And I'm an Indian too. And I don't know what that means, but I could start a casino if I'm an Indian enough. But that's not what I tried to do. I wouldn't start a casino unless it was a win-win casino. Anyway, we don't need to get into win-win now, except that the whole plan is win-win. And if you have a win-win plan that can save everybody on the planet and give them a better future, that is intelligent design. That's the game I hacked. That's why I claim I'll hack 51, and I can claim I'm your Mad Mahdi and your hidden Imam. Because I am Hack 51, the ultimate John, the ultimate hacker that hacked your reality code and reinvented your economic illusion into that illusion that you can still choose today. We can build a better economic illusion together. It's not even an illusion, it's because we blow our own bubble, but we control our own bubble. It doesn't pop on us because... Why would we pop our own bubble when we're all on the same freaking bubble? That's the idea of owning the world together. It doesn't mean they'll all be rich. In fact, you want more rich people. We want more rich people. We want more people to have opportunity for jobs. But ultimately, we must guarantee people have rights that you can't afford in America. But this could take a very wide if we get more efficient and we integrate all the government, not to dishonor you, but to integrate you into a grander enterprise. And when we take out the police guys that we don't need and all the armies that we don't need, because we're taking out the injustice and we're taking out the crime, well, guess what? In the long run, we'll make profits and we'll give those people jobs. We'll let everybody be a policeman if they got the squirt guns or something. We'll put them in the movies. That's the story. Content is king. We can own a huge reality through a massive amount of content. Knowledge. Free knowledge for all of us. Now, so for the gut guys, I pretty much, I don't know. My plan is okay. I don't think you're Antichrist, a bad guy. I might even be him. But you're your best worst Antichrist, you Christians. Because how could any Christian kill? Why don't Christians turn the other cheek? How can you ever kill, especially in the name of one freaking God? But you could ask the same about Muslims and Jews. You're all guilty, and yet that's why you all must be redeemed, and the game redeems you. Because why not at this time give all the saints and sinners redemption alike? I want them all out of your prisons and your Guantanamos. We can have freedom when we have truth, and we can sideline your lies and leave it on your best internet while we create the people's internet and the people's enterprise, a free enterprise of all the earth. That's the simple thing. Now, there are those who may say, and I can understand the point, even though there's interesting things that might be able to prove the existence of a God. I don't necessarily think I've proven it. You could look back at your Bible codes, and that's interesting, in your Quran code, and that's interesting, and maybe you could prove it. But let's say you couldn't prove that this is the time. That, well, see, when there's an intelligent design, here's the thing. No matter what, no matter where it came from, the intelligent design is our future. It is our God. Even if we prove that there was no God, or that maybe God was like us and created parents before, but he knew how he'd war in our history. But he knew we didn't invent the computer, and we didn't invent wireless and phones and internet, and he knew we could reinvent our economic illusion. Now, whether that God went through this like that before, because I don't think I proved any miracles here other than the miracle of human minds and the potential miracle of the age of light and the light speed of our minds that we can accomplish by freeing our minds and connecting the minds that need to be connected in real time right now for eternity, and let them run the enterprise on earth for the profit of our being. And so, it's like that. That is an intelligent design. So even if it proves, well, you know what? We might even prove it could be as weird as this, because I'm a person of possibilities, and I think intelligent design is truth enough for something. But let's say that that's not true. Here's the thing. We may have designed our own game. We have been maybe going through the circles of life like Hindus. And at the end of the game, who knows who is going to win and why? But the point was, at the end of the game, which is the beginning, not the end of our future, we're all winners. And that's the intelligent design. When then is the right way, the only way. When then is the future of humanity.
be with you.